Welcome to Techstination. Joining us is Chris Thorson, Senior Director of Product Marketing at a company called Poly, P-O-L-Y. Thank you for joining us, Chris.
Thanks for having me, Fred. Pleasure to be here.
Well, Poly is a new name to a lot of people, but it results from a combination of two very well-known names. Give us the overview.
Yeah, you're exactly right there. I mean, if you look back, about 9 months ago, we made the initial announcement of Plantronics acquired Polycom, and for the last for since that time, people have been asking, well, what's going to happen with the name? Are you going to pick one? You're going to pick the other? And as we went and started to do the actual research, we said, there's obviously a long history with Plantronics, starting back in the aviation days and over 50 years ago, and headsets that went to the moon and all of that. And on the Polycom side, also a rich history of conference phones, over 5 million devices there in the conference space, just on the in rooms there. So there was a long, rich history of both, and it feels almost odd to pick one over the other. And so we looked at it together and said, we really think we can bring these two companies together and move forward with a new name now, Poly. Poly really meaning many, obviously, and it's about connecting many people. It's about connecting many work styles, connecting many platforms, connecting many devices. But it's not just about connecting devices. We really want to be the company that helps connect people, not necessarily just things. We want to have people, whether it's one-to-one, one-to-many, or many-to-many, allowing people to connect with one another, and then once that connection is made, really be able to drop back into the background and let those people have the conversations that they need to have, and just help with that efficiency and help with the high quality interface, whether it's a voice interface, audio interface, whether it's a video interface, or even a content type of interfaces. So that's really what Poly is all about helping people, helping many people get together and connect in as many ways as possible.
So does it mean that the Plantronics and Polycom names are going away?
They will be phased out over time, and they may be moved into some sub-brands. We're actually working through what we do with specific product names. But yeah, going forward, new products coming out. You've already seen our new Alara that's about to start shipping here. If you're down in the booth here at Enterprise Connect, you'll see Poly logos on that device, as well as you'll see that Poly brand carry across all the product names. It's pretty tough to go and just rename all of your products. You have some homologation and international type approval issues. So we probably won't go back and change every single name on every single product. But going forward, you'll see new products coming out from us as Poly. And selectively, it'll happen to the remainder of the year.
Does it change the focus of either company at all? Polycom isn't known for having consumer products. Plantronics has been known for that, among other things.
Well, that's one of the great complementary things about these two companies coming together. We really complemented one another well. We had on the Polycom side a rich desktop phone business, but there was always this question of, well, what about headsets? Those things go together very well. We're talking here and showing at the show headsets and telephone devices coming together in very unique and interesting ways. So we had complementary channels, as you said, Plantronics being very strong on more the consumer channels, Polycom being stronger on the AV integration channels, and yet we had some products that were each trying to go into those other spaces. So I think that's actually going to work out to our advantage and be very complementary, and we're seeing a lot of good positive feedback from the folks here at the show.
Well, let's talk about some of the things that you're showing off and some of the new products that will be coming to market soon.
Right. So we had several big announcements this week. The first and foremost was the new name with Poly. But following on that, on Monday, we made an announcement around our Poly Studio. Studio, we announced back in the late January, early February timeframe. That product is now shipping. And we've already got a great pipeline built up for that product. And frankly, it won the best in its category yesterday, the best of Enterprise Connect, best device at Enterprise Connect. So very happy and proud to have seen that. Check those out if you're visiting the Enterprise Connect site. We also made announcements for our traditional video platforms, a new Eagle Eye Cube 4K sensor camera with speaker tracking and framing. We have a new headset, the Blackwire 7225, the only device that's a boomless, noise cancellation, very lightweight corded headset. A busy light indicator to show if you're on a call, you get a little light indication so people aren't going to interrupt you accidentally. As I mentioned, the Better Together features with our VVX telephone devices and headsets now can come together, and you can do configurations directly from your telephone if you want to configure your headset, and also do software upgrades and things like that. And then on our device management platform, we're very focused on if you've got all these devices from Poly in your environment, how are you going to manage those devices? So we can do all of that through the cloud, and so we've announced some enhancements to our cloud services to support the new products as well as support new APIs. So that was just the Monday announcements. Then on Tuesday, yesterday, we made announcements with Microsoft. We announced our new CCX 500 and 700 color touchscreen telephones optimized specifically for Microsoft Teams. The larger of the two, the CCX 700, supports video, color touchscreen, and we have a couple of different configuration options. You'll be able to order it with a handset, without a handset if you just want to use it as a speaker device, or with a headset integrated for charging. We also announced a managed services for Teams, so we're in partnership with Tata Communications. We'll be able to offer, the first and only to offer, a global managed services offering to help people transition to Teams. And when they get to Teams, if they don't want to do the ongoing management themselves, we can do that for them. And then also our Real Connect for clarity for Teams. So this allows someone who with a traditional video estate, if they want to move to Teams, use Teams for the cloud connectivity, but still on premises for security reasons or capacity reasons, can still use their Clarity deployment. And then finally, in the Microsoft space, the Elara 60. Elara is for that mobile-first user that's using their mobile phone. They come to their desk, and now they've got a charging station for their phone. They've also got an integrated headset and dialing pad and a handset even that they can use for their mobile device when they come back to their desk. So a lot of announcements around Microsoft, a fantastic partner for us in the past, and will be moving into the future with Teams. So it's all about Teams and Microsoft.
Sounds really exciting. Is there a place where your customers can go for more information on all this?
If you want to get more information about any of these announcements, certainly you can come visit us at the show floor if you happen to be here at Enterprise Connect. If not, go to the new poly.com website, and you'll get all the latest news and information on all of these and other announcements from us.
Again, it's poly.com, POLY.com. Congratulations on the integration and on all these new products. Chris Thorson, thanks for taking the time with us.
Thanks for having me today, Fred.
Now this. How many companies out there have continued to innovate when it comes to building a better radio? I'm Fred Fishkin, host of Techstination, and I'm here to tell you about the new CC Skywave SSB radio from the wonderful people at C. Crane. Bob and his crew really love radio, and it shows in this new compact model that is packed with features. Beyond great AM and FM reception and sound, you can tune into shortwave signals from around the world, listen to ham radio operators, aviation, and more. It's the radio you'll turn to every day, and in emergencies. It will run for nearly 3 days on just 2 AA batteries. Pair the sleep timer with the new Soft Speaker 3, and you've got the perfect radio for your nightstand. Of course, it can wake you up too. Click on C. Crane at Techstination.com and put in the code Techstination for a free flashlight with your order. They love radio, and you'll love C. Crane.